You may not know this, but when a male bee climaxes, its testicles explode and it dies. I know it's real because I read it on the internet. Hi, I'm Jason Oliveira, and this is The Road to 40, my nightly vlog where I talk about things I want to talk about, things that are affecting me. I don't know if that's true. I don't think it is. I think they actually stay inside the queen bee. I think I read that somewhere once, or I didn't. I don't know. I had this really cool book I found at work. I was going to borrow it tonight, bring it home, and read some facts to you. But then I realized that I just got to go to the internet because everything out there is the truth. Truthiness. Everything is factual. Zippity doo dah. You know that we're just as far away from 1998 as we are to 2030? Think about that for a minute. People who were born in 1998, no, that's not wrong, 95, were alive when The Simpsons weren't on TV. I mean, they've never been alive when The Simpsons haven't been on TV. I like these little facts. This is a fun night. I'm not feeling very well, so I'm going to shoot some facts at you. Not frequently asked questions. Some facts. It's a tough one to say. The first one on this list was really interesting. You could just Google this yourself, but I'm sure you'd rather hear me tell you. Where is everybody, by the way? What's going on? It's like the road to 40 goes in these weird little bursts where, like, it's quiet. I've got my regular few people that, watch it daily or at least, come back every few days and watch them. Then all of a sudden, boom, we'll get this explosion of a bunch of new subscribers and then a lull again. I don't know what happens. Like, I'm trying to be as entertaining as I can. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I thought of a cool Dungeons and Dragons concept. You know how you got your little miniatures and your playboard and, you can move so many spaces and stuff. I thought there's been times in games when, like, they're outside a castle and they're laying siege to it. Like, they've mustered an army and they're going after this guy. Very rare has it ever come to that, but I thought if you could designate a certain amount of hit points per brick, it would be kind of cool, because then if you're shooting with catapults and stuff like that, you can slowly start pulling the wall apart. Pretty neat, huh? I think Lego and Wizards of the Coast need to get together and come up with some kind of destructible, easily assemblable board type deal. Or maybe I need to do it. There's a guy that makes really nice stuff, Dwarven Forge. He makes beautiful things, but it's not the same idea. It's just basically these pieces that you can add on quickly to make halls and rooms and stuff like that. They're beautiful, beautifully done. He made shitloads of money off of that. He funded it 200 times over. I think he wanted 50,000 and he ended up with 2.1 million or something like that. That's fucking crazy. I wish I had that kind of money. I started looking into that inheritance thing too, by the way. I called the probate court in Taunton today and nobody got back to me. So I'm going to try again tomorrow. I might be calling the wrong court. I honestly don't know what I'm supposed to do. If anybody knows what I'm supposed to do, I mean, I'm not saying there's anything out there, but if there is money sitting in a trust fund somewhere, I mean, and someone left it to me, I don't want it to just rot there. I feel terrible that the person's dead, but they lived a very, very full life. I knew them well. I mean, relatively well. And so, yeah. I mean, I have a feeling she was an older woman. She mentioned it in passing once to my mother. And I think, she probably maybe shouldn't even mean it. You know how people say things that they don't mean. I do that all the time, and I feel bad, and I'm trying to stop doing that. Like, I always offer people help, and I'm like, shit, I can't do that. I can't do that this day. I can't do that. And most of the time, I'm true to my word. 99% of the time. But occasionally, like, I just say things, and I don't mean them. And it's not like I do them to be malicious. I have the greatest wife on earth. I came home, she had this glass in the freezer. She had already mixed the vodka and Kahlua, and it was ready to go. And she cooked me this awesome pastrami sandwich, and it's so exciting. It's nice to not have to do those things, especially when you don't feel good. It's actually a toothache I'm having. I hate toothaches. I had one. I remember we were playing D&D in Taunton, Massachusetts, in New England, in the United States, on North America, planet Earth, Milky Way galaxy, universe, multiverse. It just keeps going, my friends. It just keeps going and going and going and going and going. How about bees? I hate bees. I love bees, but I hate bees. I hate wasps. I hate yellow jackets. I started inking this today. I drew 3 pictures for Brad today, so I rewarded myself by starting to ink and shade this. And I am just, I mean, it's not great. I drew that really fast. Like, when I sketched it, I wanted to see how fast I could, like, get my idea out on paper. The main character I spent a little bit more time on, but, like, the orc with its head severed and flying through the air, and even the background. But actually, I'm really excited. I've gotten to the point where I'm not afraid to draw backgrounds anymore. Like, in this project for Brad, oh, I gotta tell you, he sent me a 47-second clip that he put together with the voice acting over it and the inked images that I'd done so far. I saw some things in my own art that I need to fix and correct so that it looks better for him. But it's awesome. It's so awesome to see it come to life. The way he's such a creative, outside the box type person. He I don't want to say too much, but like, he took a flat image like this and just brought it to life. Like, I don't know how he does it, but he blurs the background. Like, there's, in one picture, there's 2 gentlemen, and they're talking to each other. Charlie's looking right at the camera. In the background, Sonny is just standing there looking at it like, what the hell is going on? Like, this woman's dead. I can't say anything. And so he somehow uses, I guess it's Premiere, to phase out the back a little bit, make it blurry, so the focus on Charlie. Then he switches it, and like the way he pans and zooms and stuff, it's very well done. Like, I'm so impressed by it. Like, I kind of want to work with him on one of my projects. Or my friend Greg Autry, I hope you're watching, Greg. He has a great idea. I won't say a word about it because it's not my idea, but I think he wants me to write a little bit for it. And so I've already got some ideas, but it's just been, I felt bad. I sent him an email today because this idea, he's got a few people working on it, and it's a cool idea, and it's going to take a lot of work from a lot of people to put this together. But if it comes together, I think it'll be a beautiful thing. I really do. And I kind of want to work with Brad also on that, but I also want to work on something else. I have an idea. It would be basically what he's doing. It would be an animated kid's story. One of the ones that I talked about in a previous video. If you want to find out more about it, dig a little deeper, my friends. I have no idea where it is. This is a rough thing. I think I'm going to have to start watching them all again and writing a brief synopsis of them, because when I read my descriptions some nights and just my titles, I'm like, what the fuck was I talking about? What the hell is that? So I'm going to go back at some point and catalog all of them, because it would be kind of neat to do at least the Road to 40 best of Blu-ray release. I think it'd be fun. Maybe put some extras on there. Maybe some of the stuff I'm talking about. Maybe do an art gallery on there. You know, I mean, I know I'm no one. I know that, like, I don't amount to a hill of beans, but when I see myself as how I want to see myself, I feel more fulfilled. When I see myself for who I really am sometimes, like, especially when it comes to, like, being less lazy about my art, whatever form it comes in, I don't know, that's important, and I'm changing that about myself. I think that's a very, very important thing to me. Today was just so busy from top to bottom. Every minute of today, like, thank God. Carol, once again, she fed the kids, fed the pet. No, she didn't feed the kids. She got milk and juice for the kids. She fed the pets. She gave Poe her medication. That means all I had to do was cook breakfast for the kids this morning. Oh, I love those mornings, because especially if I have to finish editing or creating the thumbnail, that takes a little while sometimes. So in those cases, I have to spend some time the next day. Usually it's not more than like 10 or 15 minutes, but around here, 10 or 15 minutes in the morning. I usually go out when I have to go out around 10. I had to today. So I came downstairs a little early. I got to see Carol leave, I believe. Yes, because she told me, I think, or she left me a note. I don't know. She texted me, emailed me, Facebooked me, whatever it was. So I came down, and at 8:03, I think it was this morning, I'm pretty sure I got to see Carol leave. Yes, I did. Wow, my brain. So waved goodbye, asked them what they wanted to eat, made it. It was something simple this morning. It wasn't like hard-boiled eggs are relatively easy because it gives me 15 minutes. I just got to throw them in water, set the timer to 15 minutes, and crank it up to high. I can get this done usually. Then by the time that, nonetheless, it was like macaroni and cheese that was already made. So they had a wonderful breakfast this morning. And I got whatever I needed to get done this morning. But after that, I got to start planning homeschool for the afternoon. I should be doing it at night, but I want to do this at least for the next year. So on the nights I don't do this after a year from now, then I'll be able to get a lot more homeschool stuff ready. I think we're going to pick up our survival class. I really want to spend a year teaching him survival techniques that I've learned either through people or books, or as I will learn. Like, I want to do friction fire with him eventually. He's still little. He's 7. I'll teach him the basics, but, like, that's nothing. That's tough work. That's really hard. And, like, I'd like him to know that. But as long as, like, I mean, if we ever went hiking again, we impromptu hikes. I told you guys about the bear. If you've never seen the bear video, it's one of my favorite ones because all my life I've wanted to fight a bear. And a few months ago, I went hiking Flat Top off of the Blue Ridge Parkway with Carol, the boys, and 2 of her kids and one of their brother/sister, half-law, in-law, whatever, I don't know. and we saw a bear. I saw a bear. And it was the most grounding moment of my life. For the first time, for 1 second, I just remember thinking, if this thing decides to turn and attack me, I'm dead pretty much. There's nowhere to go, and I'm going to go out fighting because my 7-year-old son's behind me, about 20 feet behind me, and I'm going to do everything I can to stop this bear. It's going to kill me most likely because I don't have a sword on me because I wasn't prepared for hiking. See, that's why I always have, and I know I've said this before, but you should do it too. You never know when you're going to find yourself somewhere, a car could go off the road or something. I got my 250 feet of rope here, which is cordage, which I don't know a lot about. I know some ferns that you can use to make cordage out of, that's rope or so, but putting them together to lengthen it, I don't know if I could do that. I don't know. I've never experienced having to do it. I guess I could learn, but it's a simple, braiding technique. Other than that, I always try to keep a lighter on me. I want to get one of those sticks, I can't remember what they're called, friction stick or something, where it just creates sparks. It's not like flint and steel, but it's just a stick, and you can strike something on it, and it'll, yeah. I'm a good teacher, huh? And I have a knife on me at all times. You can make knives easily if you can find the right kind of stone to work with, but if you have a knife, you've already got a one-up. So yeah, the knife, the survival bracelet. I took my elastics off of my pinkies because I used to keep them for my hair when my hair was long, and I was thinking maybe I should keep them on me. I don't know when I'm ever going to find myself in a survival situation. I probably never will unless I put myself in one. And that's what I was going to... My point was that I want to teach Grayson and Griffin compass usage or using the sun to tell time, and being able to make a sundial, to be able to make a fire if you don't have a lighter on you. Shelters, that's what I like the best. See, I would spend too much time on a shelter, though, is my problem, because if I knew I was going to be in one place for a long time, I would make a pretty crazy shelter. It's like making forts when you're a kid. I loved making forts. I made crazy ass forts when I was a kid. Like, I made them pretty good. We had pallets. I had access to a lot of pallets, so that was a big help. But now that I've kind of read a lot about it and watched a lot about it, like, I'm pretty sure if I had to, if I have the things I have on me, especially the lighter, I could probably survive for a while. Food might be a problem. I mean, water. I think I have different techniques that I could use to collect fresh water or to purify water. Where did these conversations go? You know what it is? I took a hydrocodone tonight. It was my mother's. She had cancer, a cancer-ridden woman, and she turned down, I think it was like Percocets or something. Like, you're out of your goddamn mind. If you get the opportunity to get narcotic painkillers under your prescription, under your insurance, get them. I'm not saying you're going to use them right then. I know they say they expire, but you may find yourself in a situation where you need them. Recently, the fact that we had some Percocet legally was a blessing. Like, just for Carol and for me for 2 nights, I needed to take them. So I'm probably dying. But every man lives. It's not every man that really lives. Every man dies. Not every man really lives. I always love that. I know it's kind of cheesy and corny, but I'm also excited there's going to be another Rambo movie. And possibly a Rocky movie. I don't care. For as long as I live. Like Star Wars, it can go on for the next 100 years and until I die. I'll probably go to my grave disappointed that I didn't get to see the next Star Wars project. Or I won't. I don't know. I'll let you guys go. It's been fun tonight. It turned out a lot better. I'm going to try to borrow that book tomorrow night, though, because if I read it in a book, then it's definitely true. Oh, the Mario Clouds in Super Mario Brothers for the NES, the original NES, and the bushes are molded. They're graphically identical. They're just painted differently. That one's true because I'm looking at it right now. It's right there. Look. No. There's also a bug on my monitor. Some crazy things. Their warehouse is so big they have their own weather. I don't doubt that. It gets humid. A lot of these were just dumb. Didn't really like them. Do you know that in Duck Hunt, when you're playing 2-player, the second controller actually controls the duck? I didn't know that. There are more fake flamingos in the world than there are real ones. I definitely don't doubt that, which is sad. That much plastic to make fucking pink flamingos. We should be ashamed of ourselves. We treat this earth terribly. I'm no person to look up to either. Like I'm not very good at recycling and stuff like that. They make it difficult. And I know that shouldn't be an excuse to not recycle, but they make it a lot harder than anywhere else that I've lived, at least, or I've heard of. Yeah, I like this guy. He's coming together. Even the costume. I did a bunch of concept costume designs, which was fun because I never do that. I usually just draw and whatever happens. I don't know. You guys have a great night. Thank you for always coming back. And if you're loving watching these as much as I'm loving making them, please subscribe. Please pass them along to anybody who you know who might like these. Because I'd like to be hanging out with all you guys come the end of the road party. We're going to find a way to make this thing happen. I don't know where it's going to be. I'd love to be able to just fly people here and just have a huge... I don't know. It doesn't matter. Anyway, you guys have a great night. Don't forget to make somebody smile tomorrow. Make yourself a better person tomorrow than you were tomorrow. And let's make the world spin a little bit happier together. Let's sing and dance in the rain. Let's just love every moment like it's our last. Or don't. That decision's all up to you. I'm trying. You guys have a great night. I'll see you a little bit further on down the road. I am hunting desperately for the pumpkin spice Oreos. If anybody sees them, let me know. And we'll work something out, or I'll go there. I need to review them, and I want to eat them because they just look and sound and smell delicious. I love the sound of a good Oreo. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Take care.